In July of 2025, I went to Iowa to photograph their covered bridges. There are 6 bridges in Madison County which have been made a popular social media topic because of the book and movie, but there are a total of 9 throughout the state, and I visited all 9. I do need to work on my oratory skills. I think my presentation may sound a little boring as I tell a brief history of each bridge, but I hope you will enjoy seeing all the bridges in Iowa and not just the ones in Madison County. The cedar-covered bridge was built in 1883 by Harvey P. Jones and used in the 1995 Clint Eastwood film Bridges of Madison County. The cedar bridge also appears on the cover of the original book that inspired the film. The bridge was destroyed by arson in 2002, and a new bridge was built in 2004. It was burned down again in 2017 by arson. Those involved were caught and received punishment, one apparently feeling so guilty that he committed suicide. The bridge was rebuilt again for a 3rd time in 2019. The Cutler-Donahue covered bridge was designed and built by Eli Cox in 1870. It is a covered timber superstructure with a town lattice truss design fastened with round wooden pins and iron bolts. Originally located about 18 miles northeast of Winterset, it was moved to its current location in Winterset City Park in 1970. The bridge is a town lattice truss structure known for its distinctive design and historical significance. The Hammond Covered Bridge in Iowa is a historical Howe, Howe, truss structure located in Marion County near Attica. It was built in 1894 by S.F. Collins after Samuel Hammond requested a bridge near his property to cross North Cedar Creek. The bridge is notable for being one of Iowa's remaining 19th century covered bridges. The bridge received significant damage from a truck accident in 1977 and was closed for 2 years. It no longer spans the North Cedar Creek because the stream had been altered for the direction it now flows. The Hogback Covered Bridge is a historical covered bridge near Winterset, Iowa. Named after a nearby limestone ridge, it was built in 1884 by Harvey P. Jones and George K. Foster over the North River. The 106-foot-long bridge was designed with a town lattice truss system, and it was built with steel pylons to support the main span. The Hogback Bridge was originally one of 19 covered bridges in Madison County, of which there are only 6 remaining left. In 1992, the bridge was rehabilitated for the cost of $118,000. According to a local historian, the first bridge in Madison County was built in the fall and winter of 1854 to 55 across the Middle River, where the Indianola and Winterset Road crossed that stream in the Scott Township, now known as the Hollowell Bridge. The first bridge was an uncovered timber pile which spanned 40 feet with an approach span at each end and cost $500 to build. That bridge washed away in a flood in 1876, and travelers resorted to fording the river for the next few years. In September of 1879, funds were appropriated to build a new bridge and contracted Harvey P. Jones and George Foster to build a 110-foot timber truss on iron cylinder piers. Construction began in October of 1879 and the bridge was completed in June of 1880. The Imes Covered Bridge, located in St. Charles, Iowa, is the oldest of the remaining covered bridges in Madison County. It was originally built in 1870 near Wilkins Ford over the Middle River. In 1887, it was moved to its current location near St. Charles, spanning Clanton Creek. The bridge was moved again in 1977 to its current location, where it now stands in a small park. The Marysville Covered Bridge, originally built in 1891, was cut in half in the late 1960s to facilitate its relocation. The bridge was moved from its original location in Marysville to two separate sites. One section is now located at Marion County Park in Knoxville, Iowa, and the other section is located in the Wilcox Reclamation Area. The relocation was done to preserve the bridge's components after it was bypassed by a newer bridge. The decision to relocate it as two separate bridges highlights the challenges faced in preserving these historic structures in the face of modernization and changing transportation needs. I was able to photograph the section in Knoxville, but the other half in the Wilcox Game Preserve is in a restricted area and I was unable to gain access to the structure. The Owens Covered Bridge in Iowa was originally built in 1888, spanning the North River near the town of Carlisle. It was moved to Easter Lake Park in Des Moines in 1968 to avoid being flooded by the Red Rock Reservoir project. The bridge is now a pedestrian bridge and a part of the park's trail system. The Roseman Covered Bridge is a historic covered bridge in Winterset, Iowa. It is prominently featured in the novel The Bridges of Madison County, as well as the film adaptation. It was built in 1883 over the Middle River and renovated in 1992. The Roseman Covered Bridge was added to the National Register of Historic Places in 1976.